I have some rather unpleasant news. You might want, here it is, you might want to consider the idea of using the term President Trump. No, I'm serious. This guy is providing something that right-wing and center-right and center Americans have never had, not this generation. And that is a demagogue who knows exactly what to say and how to say it. And the crowds no, seriously, I mean, reject it if you want to, reject it at your peril. But the crowds that are turning out and the comments that are coming from people who, when you listen to them or see them on television, appear to be otherwise normal people until they start talking about Trump, and Trump is their savior. Trump is their savior. Now, all this is not to say that I modify or qualify anything I said about him and about his being the same politically attracting magnet, how's that Adolf Hitler was in the mid-20s, late 20s in Germany. Now, I still stand by all that. But Trump is first of all, the main thing Trump is doing is raising the ratings of every cable television network, news network, whether it's Fox, MSNBC, CNN, with the exception of Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera really focuses on news. What an interesting idea. They really focus on news. But the other cable news networks are seeing an uptick in their in their audience numbers because of Trump. Now, there is one thing that is the God's honest truth, so to speak, in this country. If it makes money, it will become popular. Media will swarm it. If it is something that provides media, especially with revenue, media will focus on that. That's why there's so much focus on the local news on gun violence. Not that gun violence it doesn't deserve focus, but every night when you turn on your local news, I don't know how it is in your market, but here in Atlanta, listen to him. Here in Atlanta, it's murder after shooting after shooting. Why? Because that brings in the eyes, brings in the eyeballs. Ooh, let's turn on the crime report. Now, if they had real news on, who would listen or watch? And nobody. Trump is the same way. He's an eyeball magnet. He will bring people in because people are curious as who is this guy? What's he going to say? And then when they listen to him, what white America primarily, not just white, but there's also some non-whites who listen to him and think he's great. But when white America, the average white American listens to this guy, they're transfixed because he says things that most voters, and I use the word most advisedly, but I'm going to use it anyway, that most voters have always wanted their political candidates to say, and that is to speak from the heart without the bull crap. Just come right out and say it. You know, I don't like these goddamn fill in the blank. We're going to stop that. I'm sick of that. You know, when you listen to the Republican or even the Democratic candidates, with the exception of Bernie Sanders, when you listen to these candidates over the past 30 years, what have you heard? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Until Barack Obama came along, and then you heard this wonderful speechifying man who is able to say things that really touched inside that fantasy heart of America. Oh, we really are wonderful. Oh, we really will go help the world. Oh, we don't have the bloody, nasty, filthy history that I've been led to believe we've had. And how do I know? Because a black man is telling me. And if the black man is telling me that that white America is okay, then God damn it, it must be okay. Right? And of course, it turns out that Obama was just another politician. Better speaker than all the rest of them. Better than Kennedy, better than all of them, Obama. But what did Obama have to offer? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, seriously, nothing. He's had a few good ideas, but they've just crashed and burned, and Obama is not a fighter. He's I don't know what he is, but he's not a fighter. He's not going to fight. He never has drawn lines in the sand and said, "You sons of bitches cross this line, I'll cut your damn heads off." I mean, he has said some things about we're going to make a line in the sand with Syria, and then Syria just walked right through it. And of course, Obama went, "Oh, why? What's happening? Anything? Trump, on the other hand, you see, Trump is pretty blatant. I'll blow the sons of bitches up. I'll send in the. I believe in the military. I believe in guns. I believe in punishing these bad. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to do. Screw this. On the other hand, Trump also believes that anyone who wants to cut Medicare or Social Security is a goddamn idiot. Now, that's the contradiction of Donald Trump. Out of this side of his mouth, left side of his mouth, he says things that hook into your traditional Democrat. Not your real liberal, but your traditional Democrat. He's saying that over here. Out of the right side of his mouth, he's saying things that grabs right-wingers by the gonads or the ovaries or whatever and won't let go. So Trump is doing both, and he's getting them. Do you not get that? Get it. Please get it. Please get it. Get this. Trump is getting support, not just from the right-wing crazies. That's what I thought would happen. I mean, what? 6 weeks ago, I was saying, Donald Trump, what a goddamn idiot. No, I'm not saying that anymore. No. Now that I've seen him in action, and now that I really realize how desperately the American people do want a fascist-like strongman to run them. That's what the American people have always wanted. We just never would admit it. Just wouldn't admit it. So along comes Donald Trump. Well, how dangerous can he be? I've seen him on television. He was on, what were those programs, Kathy? That Trump ran? Television programs? The Apprentice. What else? Shark? No, not Shark. But like Reagan was on television for years, right? Everybody knew Reagan. Everybody knows Trump, knows his face. The difference between Trump and Reagan, Reagan would say things that were carefully scripted because he was an actor. Trump's not an actor. Trump just says whatever comes out of his mouth. He doesn't use teleprompters. He doesn't use scripts. He doesn't provide position papers. He doesn't have to.